Hey, in this connected construction tip number 31, we're going to show you how to bring some Trimble scan data into Solidworks to do some design and modeling there. So here you can see we're in the station view on FieldLink, which I could easily actually come in here and start to take basic measurements and dimensionings, either on the tablet there or from the 3D mode as well too. I can actually start to bring this out and start to take measurements in between what my clearances are. Now, if I am using the Extract 3D plugin from a plugin for SolidWorks, I can actually just export directly from here as an E57 non-structured. If I'm just going to use the scan to 3D, which is what I'm going to show here, I'd actually want to, from the tablet, just export a TDX, which will send all the scan data. Export it, throw it on a thumb drive, and then bring that into Realworks. And so what that'll actually bring in is the full data set. And then I'm going to want to start to subdivide the cloud, meaning segment it, classify it however I wish. Obviously, this would be what it would kind of look like. And then I can come in here and either start to segment it or classify it. And that'll break it down. I would want to name these appropriately. There's plenty of videos actually showing how to do that. But once I'm here, I can then actually start to export the scan files as an ASCII format. That ASCII format can be brought into the Scan to 3D plugin in SolidWorks, and we're going to show you that here in a second. My other option, rather than sending the ASCII file format, is I can either create like a mesh like you see here, or even model this pipe with the create pipe. And those two, whether it's the mesh that's here or the pipe model, can be exported as like a DXF or an IFC to be brought into SolidWorks as well too. So once I'm in SolidWorks, I'll show you what that looks like. Here would actually be a small offset from the chute down here. If we look at this, you can actually see where that is, where I can bring in a small portion and then start to model in. If I open that back up, what it looks like in the scan to 3D mesh. But if I look at actually these other parts, exit this one and open up another portion of this. Here is that same demo portion as an ASCII file I brought in. And actually one of the nice things I can do is just send a horizontal slice where I can start to design the 2D plan of this data. So with those different subsets or different segmented point clouds, I can bring those into my various different SolidWorks projects and start to design either the as-built here. And then once I actually do start to design that, I can send that data actually back up to connect and share the point cloud data, which rather than ASCII format would be an E57. I exported out from either Realworks or FieldLink. I can upload that in, and then I can actually bring those same kind of 2D drawings that I created in SolidWorks or those 3D pipe models from Realworks and bring those back in on top. So hopefully I can use that to kind of show different stakeholders, clients, and owners what the actual as-built of the facility looks like. If I was more skilled in SolidWorks, I'd do this in 3D, but because I'm not, I just do it in 2D. But the scan data will have 3D elements, so I can actually, from here, start to take measurement dimensions as far as like clearances between what's going to be demoed out here and the building to the side, or what is the actual width between these two buildings. I can start to do as well too. So I probably want to grab here, actually, go to this point over here, 18 feet. But yeah, please reach out to your nearest building point distributor if you have any questions. There are obviously scan data. We generally love to go to like an Autodesk product or something I am personally more familiar with, but we can work with SolidWorks as well too if you're in that manufacturing space. Generally, it's just easier to prep it a little bit with Realworks and then send over that data of what's needed as an ASCII file format. Again, if you're using Extract 3D, another plugin, you can just bring in those E57s as well too. But please reach out to your nearest building point distributor if you have any questions. Thanks.